Am I doing this? Should I really do it? Oh my God, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. To the Dance Instructor Who. This is not for you, it's for me. Because to be honest, I don't even think you have the capability of understanding or listening or being compassionate or having any sort of sensitivity towards human beings, especially women. But I am going to say this anyway, and maybe hopefully believe that you have a higher self that might be able to take it in somewhere in the universe that unfortunately is not a part of you. I came to you for dance lessons. I really, really, really just wanted to dance. I really just wanted to dance. I was not interested in you. I was actually looking at your dance partner because I was so envious at the interaction between you guys, and I wanted to know how I could be a dancer like her and do what you guys were doing, but not with you, just for myself. And you turned that into something completely different. And I went with it because I had a lot of insecurities, because I was a great target for you, just like the other girls that you manipulated and lied to and cheated on and deceived. And luckily I was not one of the many that you were abusive with, like physically abusive. I mean, it's one thing to, you know, lie and cheat and do all these things, and maybe we all of us had some sort of insecurity that allowed us to be treated that way. Not to blame us, but it's another thing to be in a situation where someone is putting your life and body in harm and danger and physical pain. And I'm so glad I didn't experience that, but I'm so ashamed that I was with someone, with you, that was capable of doing that, and I didn't even know it. But when I look back on it, I see signs. I see signs that I completely ignored. And for whatever reason, I was lucky to not actually be on the other end of receiving any of that in any big way. But I could see that now that it could have gone in that direction, and I feel so grateful that I didn't experience that. I feel sorry for the people that did experience it from your hand, from your anger, your own insecurities. But to put other people's lives at risk really is disgusting and despicable. And I started having feelings for you because you knew how to manipulate me and other people into falling for, like, you knew how to give a little. I'm laughing because sirens, I missed all the sirens, like all the warnings, all the noise, I was just like closing it off. Because I was closed off to my body. I was completely closed off to my intuition. I was so used to people pleasing, and I was so thinking that even if someone was not the perfect guy or the perfect partner, that if you love someone enough, that if you care about them enough, that they would build that love, not even towards me, but just as a good person. Like, how naive and kind of self-centered of me to think that I could turn you into a good person. That must mean that a part of me knew that there was a lot of not good in you. But I thought it came from your own upbringing, where it sounded like, and I don't know how much of your story that you told me is even true, but that you were neglected or came from a place that was pretty harsh, war-torn, and that you experienced some abuse from a parental figure as well, and I thought I was being helpful and giving you love and caring, and I was gonna say I want you to know, but I don't want you to know. I just want to say it for myself, that when I was helping you with things that you were insecure about, like academic things, and I genuinely really was just helping you to help you. Whereas it took me a long time to figure out that you were helping me to get something. And, you know, I came to you for dance, and it started that way, and then we weren't dancing. And you made me feel very, like I started questioning my own worth because you were picking other people to do dance things with, and I was like convincing myself, okay, I'm not good enough yet and whatever, but there was so much more underlying that. It had nothing to do with my goodness. It had to do with your badness, like your deceit, your manipulation. You were living so many lives at the same time. I don't even know. I actually don't know how you did it, like how it was humanly possible for someone to spend so much time with me and other people and us not know about it. But the universe has funny ways of showing you what the truth is, and boy, did that come out in a really bad way. It's crazy that I met at least 2 of the girls that you were with at the same time, and we didn't know about each other, but at the same time, I think that there was a lot of, I mean, there was probably way more than just us, because it seems like you're an addict with this. Like, I don't think you could ever stop, and that's huge for me to say that, because usually I believe in people's abilities to improve, and I give people chances, but it's not just about you cheating. It's about you not even realizing that you have sociopath, like you are a sociopath. You have sociopathic tendencies. You don't have a conscience. You can move on from people really quick, and I don't mean just because you fall in and out of love, but it's because you go in targeting people to like hurt them, use them, get what you want, and get out. And it is actually really scary. Like, it amazes me that you run the other way when I walk into a room, because I should be the one that's scared of knowing that there are people like you, and that you and I were together for a little bit, and I'm embarrassed to say that, but that are like that. Like, I thought that just happens in movies or out there somewhere, but in our own, you know, like in a salsa dance studio near you, there are sociopaths, and unfortunately I knew one and got too close to one, and it shook me. It shook my health. It shook my confidence. I thought I was coming to you to learn more confidence, especially in dance, and I just, that was like crumbled for me, because I started putting my worth on you and whether you would pick me for something. It was like a high school, but in a very nightmarish way. Like, you know, you don't know if you're gonna get picked for a dance, but this was different. This was like, this was you using your position as a teacher to get what you want, and to pretend that you are with someone when you are, you know, completely disloyal and didn't care about anybody else's life or health or safety. It was all about you. I hesitate every time I say teacher, because to me, like, being a teacher, having been a teacher, even though it wasn't of dance, to me, a real teacher is not just someone that knows their craft, that knows how to share that with other people, but also has integrity and is a role model to other people. And you are like the complete opposite of a role model to me. It's like I am scared of anyone that comes into your presence and falls into the traps that I fell into with you. And even after I found out I was gonna say everything that was true, but actually I never found out everything, and I think I would be so traumatized even more if I actually knew. I probably don't want to know. Whenever I would see you with someone else, I felt so protective of them. It wasn't out of jealousy, it wasn't out of like envy or that I wanted to be with you. It was like, please, I just wanted to say prayers for that person, that they do not get caught up in your web, like of just using people, using women. And I still see it. Like, even though I don't dance anymore, even though I'm not going to dance events, the universe has made it so that in the past few months, like randomly, you and I have just been in the same place. And I know it's not that random. And you act like, I don't know, you run to the other side of the room when you see me. I don't know if you think that I don't see you, but I see you. I can smell you from a mile away. And I know that you have had a radar for me, and not just me, but all the women that you've deceived and hurt and lied to and manipulated and, you know, been physically abusive towards. You have a radar for us because you had to juggle where we were all at the same time. And I still don't know how you did it, but it was very clever of you, and that's not a compliment to you. I can feel you when you're in a room. I can see you right away. If you think that running away from me really fast makes it so you disappear, it's not true. And I know that you know that I'm there because you had to know for so long, and that doesn't just disappear. You had to know because it helped your whole scheme. I'm not sure if you think that, like, if you think that because I know all this about you that I will tell people. I would love to think that it makes you feel guilty to see me and think of the way that you were and that you've changed, but unfortunately I never thought I would say this about a person, but I don't think that you are capable of changing. I do think that you could have a higher self that understands whatever it is, the purpose that you came here in this life the way that you are, what purpose you were meant to fulfill to be that way, and that higher self can be compassionate and sensitive, and but I don't believe that you can. I get scared of seeing you with other people. I get scared of the people that are around you for their own safety, and I really am saddened by what you've done to yourself, because there were moments that I could see parts of you that I really liked, that I had fun with, that I felt compassion and caring for in a real sense. But you killed that so deeply, because I know that anybody that falls for even a second of that is falling into your manipulation. And I could never trust or feel safe or feel like giving you another chance ever again. I mean, I would never give it a chance to even be in the same room with you or have any sort of like connection with you, but I just mean a chance to, like, as a fellow human being, I feel like a lot of your traits are not humane. And it's sad. I came to you because I wanted to dance. I really, really, really just wanted to dance. And the irony of all of it was that because I was learning to dance, not just from you, but just that was part of my journey, dance started giving me more of a connection to my body, more of a connection to my intuition, more of a connection to what I was really feeling and to what was actually going on. And I started finally listening. It was very slow going. I mean, most of the time I would see you with someone, you would tell me, you would explain why, I would believe you, I would fall for all the stories. And then I started believing that I was overreacting. But dance wouldn't let me get away with it. The more I was learning to dance, the more I was connected to my body, the more I could feel when something was really wrong and when something was really right. And unfortunately, most of what you were and what we were, or what I thought we were, was completely wrong. It was completely unsafe for me. It was disrespectful. It was conniving. It was dangerous. I should be scared of you, but maybe it makes sense why you would be scared of me running away from me, because I know what you are capable of, and I know what an effect it had on me, and I know how it can impact someone else. And in my eyes, you're not a dance teacher, you're not a teacher. You were a very unfortunate lesson that I had to learn in my life. But I needed to learn it so that I would never, ever, ever go back to a situation like that ever again.